Hi friends, this is Prasad. You're watching Power BI with Prasad. Today in this video, let's learn how to visualize highlighted monthly sales. To have this kind of functionality, generally we'll create a disconnected date dimension table. But in this video, let's learn how to do it without creating a disconnected date dimension table. Before going how to build this, I have a shout out to my upcoming 49th data analytics batch. We are going to start from 4th November to 2024 for basic to advanced Power BI and SQL sessions with daily assignments, pilot projects, real-time project, interview preparation, resume preparation, mock interviews, and job assistance. If you want to know more details upon this, please call or WhatsApp on this number. Let's go and see how to build this. So to build this, let's understand that whatever the axis that we used to build this column chart, we can't use that, which will filters the number of columns or months. So to do that, we need to have another column of information which is not directly connected to this particular months. So how to build this? So it's quite simple. Let's go and start it from the basic. I have a stacked column chart created already. If you see here, stacked column chart, and I do have an year slicer over here, which consists the year and filters only 1 year at a time. And for this stacked column chart, I have disabled the x-axis values and titles so that I'll not have any access over here. In the place of axis, I want to display a slicer with the names of the months, but I don't want to create a disconnected date dimension table. To achieve that, what is another way is simple. I want to create a new parameter and sequence of numbers. Here, if you see here, I already have a month parameter, which is nothing but generate series from 1 to 100. Again, why I created 1 to 100? Let's talk it a little bit later. For now, we can even make it 12. If you see here, I've created a series of numbers, which is like 1 to 12. And I want to use this to highlight the months. How to do it? Very simple. I've already have a parameter created over here. If you see here, a parameter, which is nothing but a slicer, new slicer that I've created with only single row and base and maximum buttons, like whatever the number of values that I do have, those many buttons I want to have. At the same time, you might wonder that I've created a parameter with 1 to 12 numbers, but how I got the month names over here? It's simple trick that I've used. In the place of callouts, I don't want to display the values, which are 1 to 12 numbers. In the place of that, I want to show used by labels option. In that labels, I want to have a measure in which it will checks the number, sequence number, parameter, month parameter number, and then based upon that, whether if it is 1, it will show the January month, and until like 12th month, it will show December, like if you see here. This kind of switch measure that have been created and used it in the labels. So whenever it is 1, it shows January, 2, it is February. In the same way, whenever it is 12, it shows December. And again, you might wonder that like up to now, it's okay, right? In the place of axis, we placed the slicer and make sure that you align this slicer, parameter slicer, and the columns exactly match together. The placement of these two matches that exactly those two lengths of this button, and then the column suits one each other, which will gives more user-friendly look. That is important over here. And the next part is like, till now, we know that there is no relation between this parameter slicer and this month columns, but how we can make it get highlighted by selecting this buttons or slicer values. It's quite simple. We are not going to filter the column values, but based upon this, we can highlight that. So again, it means like we want to make the color need to be changed. So how to do that? It's very quite simple. If you see here using this measure, I want to change the color using the field formatting option for the color columns. If you see here, for this particular columns are being used fx, which is nothing but field value, format that, and this is the measure that I've used. It's quite simple. If you see here, this measure, I've taken a variable in that, like all the values that are there are selected in my month parameter. If you see, like right now, August, September, October, December are selected. These values will be stored over here in this, and it will check if my month parameter is filtered and the max of the month is in this particular. It means whatever the month is in this particular selection, in these values, right? So for those, the color will be like this. For all else, like I don't give any color, so it will shows the default color, which is like blue. Simple, right? And as I said now, like I use field formatting using this particular month highlight color measure, and I've highlighted this. At the same time, to make it more informative, you can use subtitle also, and gives the information of like whatever the month's selected month sales, at the same time, like how much percentage was that highlighted month sales in the total sales. Again, to make it simple, right, I've created another measure in which, right, based upon our requirement, you can write your tax and you can just simply showcase that in your subtitle. If you're not selecting anything, simply like it will shows the total sales. If you select, right, any number of months, it'll gives you highlighted month sales, which is like 144, 30.22% is in total sales. Again, if you wanted to give more information, like what are the months that you've been selected, you can use concatenate X kind of functions also, which will gives more details on like what are the months that you've been selected. And again, like you can use a lot of other functionalities like, okay, ranking and kind of things. So this is how you can build this kind of, and apart from that, like if you want to make it more look better, you can have a border or else like a shape behind that with the border kind of things, right? And again, right, firstly, I want to thank Eric Svensson for his inspiration, and I've been improvised that to make it more user-friendly and build this visualization. I'll come up with another interesting video. Until then, have a great day.